Suleiman Maundu Ramadan, member. 5, Maureen Mumbua Kilonzo, a member. 6, Raphael Ndavi as a member. And 7, Canon Captain Romana Kiyo as a member. Pursuant to Section 7 of the Public Appointments County Assembly's Approval 2017, the nominee is hereby, nominees are hereby committed to the decentralized unit and county administration for vetting and reporting within 21 days. Thank you very much, honorable members. Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
May I invite Honorable Nicholas Nzioka, Majority Leader, to come forward and present those statements.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I've been reliably informed by the clerk that the earlier statement that I made in regard to the same subject was not complete.
Yeah.
So, for the records, I wanted to make it complete.
Go ahead.
The Honorable Speaker, the House Business Committee met today, 8th July 2025, to prioritize business for the House as forwarded by committees and honorable members, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order Number 151, Sub-Order 6D. The committee balloted business as follows. Tuesday morning, 8th July 2025 at 10 a.m. Number 1, statement request on status of conflict resolution on alleged transfer of ownership land records for Konza area from Machakos to Makueni County by the Honorable Phoebe Koki. Number 2, response to a statement on status of dams done by the Department of Water and Irrigation in the financial year 2023-2024 by the Honorable Daniel Muindi. 3, response to a statement on what the county government is doing to deploy cleaners in Githunguri and Katani markets that have huge population with no single staff despite their revenue potential by the Honorable Brian Kisila. Number 4, report of the Devolution Committee on Inquiry Report on the status of transfer of water company assets and documents to Machakos County by the Honorable Phoebe Koki. Tuesday afternoon, 8th July 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Number 1, response to a statement on implementation status of Emergency Locust Response Program conditional grants by the Honorable Charles Mbova. Number 2, response to a statement sought by Honorable Dominic Maitha on status of Kinka Airways Zebra and Mungaro Police Station Road by the Honorable Mwoki Musila. Number 3, report of the Auditor General on financial statements of the County Assembly of Machakos for the year ended 30th June 2022 by the Honorable Philip Ndolo. Number 4, motion on alteration of the calendar and adjustment of the House on Tuesday, 8th July 2025, and to resume on Tuesday, 15th July 2025 by the Honorable Nicholas Nzioka. Tuesday morning, 15th July 2025 at 10 a.m. 1, statement request on single business permit increment by the executive without the approval of the Assembly by the Honorable Douglas Musyoka. 2, response to a statement on Kamulu Dispensary by the Honorable Vincent Mutie. 3, response to a statement on status of ambulance services in Adda River Level 4 Hospital by the Honorable Vincent Mutie. Number 4, the Machakos County Gender Equality and Community Empowerment Bill 2025, first reading by the Honorable Benjamin Kinyungu. Number 5, report of the Auditor General on financial statements of County Assembly for the year ended 30th June 2022 by the Honorable Philip Ndolo. Tuesday afternoon, 15th July 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Number 1, response to a statement on status of 2 boreholes done by the county government and to Amunyu Ward by the Honorable Daniel Muindi. Number B, report of the Auditor General on financial statements of Machakos County Revenue Fund for the year ended 30th June 2023. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
There's a further amendment I would like you to make. The statement by Honorable Douglas Musyoka should come this afternoon and not on Tuesday next week. Can you make that clarification?
Madam Speaker, before I proceed and make that clarification,
Yeah.
I would request that you put on notice the table clerks for these errors. They are making your assembly look very confused
Disorganized.
and disorganized.
And we are not like that.
I am not like that, certainly.
Thank you. This is going to be the last one.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So I'll, if with your permission, I'll only do that amendment.
Yes,
Is that okay?
that's okay.
So Tuesday afternoon, 8th July 2022 at 2:30 p.m. before the alteration. I think it's a statement. So it's the first thing in the order paper for today afternoon.
Yes.
Yeah. So the first item on the order paper this afternoon is statement request on single business permit increment by the executive without the approval of the county assembly by the Honorable Douglas Musyoka. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Next order. What is that? There's another statement that the said statement that the changes that have taken place. I request Honorable Douglas Musyoka to come forward and make the statement. Sorry for that mix-up.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Statement request on single business permit increment by the county executive without the approval of the county assembly. Honorable Speaker, aware that Article 209, subsection 3 of the Constitution provides that the county may impose property rates, entertainment taxes, and any other tax that is authorized to impose by an act of parliament. Acknowledging that sub-article 4 of the same article of the Constitution provides that the national and county governments may impose charges for the services they provide. Honorable Speaker, aware that Machakos County is using the Finance Act 2021 to collect revenue, and further aware that the Department of Finance, Economic Planning, Revenue Management, and ICT has increased single business permit in this financial year 2024-2025 without the approval of the county assembly. Further aware that traders who have rented business premises from landlords with land rate arrears are not being issued with the business licenses. Honorable Speaker, I wish to seek statement from the Chairperson of Finance and Revenue Collection Committee regarding the following. 1. Why the Department of Finance, Economic Planning, Revenue Management, and ICT has increased licenses without the approval of the county assembly. And 2, why the burden of landlords who have not paid land rates is being pushed to traders, hence inconveniencing them in payment of licenses. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Hereby commit the said statement to the Finance and Revenue Collection Committee, which should report back to this House on or before 22nd July 2025. Thank you very much. I now call upon Honorable Charles Mbuva to come forward to respond to a statement that was sought by Honorable Paul Wambua. Is Honorable Paul Wambua here? Or is not in? Then, as it is our practice, we may not proceed with this one because he has to confirm to us that that is satisfied with the same. So thank you so much, Honorable Catherine.
Thank you,
can just
Madam
say-
Speaker. No, I just want to say thank you for that.
Thank you. All right. Let's proceed, members. There's another statement that was sought by Honorable Maitha, and it's supposed to be responded to by Honorable Mwaki Musila. Is Honorable Mwaki Musila in? Honorable Dominic Dambuki, you are sitting in for Honorable Musila. Then Honorable Maitha is here, I can see him. You can proceed.
Honorable Speaker, I'm going to respond to a statement sought by Honorable Maitha on the status of Kinka, Airways, Zebra, and Muungano Police Station Road. I'm standing on behalf of the Chair, Transport, Roads, and Public Works Committee. Honorable Speaker, Standing Order number 41, Suborder 3, provides that where a member requests for a statement from the committee chairperson relating to matters under the mandate of the committee, the Speaker may either appoint a day for the statement or direct that the statement sought be issued on the same day and be restricted to matters within the mandate of the committee which have been exhaustively dealt with and concluded by the committee, or where the chairperson is authorized by members to issue preliminary reports to the House. Honorable Speaker, on 25th February 2025, during plenary sitting, a statement was sought by Honorable Dominic Maitha seeking information on the following. A, the actions the department has taken to hold the contractor accountable and ensure proper repairs are done on Kinka, Airways, Zebra, and Muungano Police Station Road in Muthoni Ward. B, the expected date of commencement of repairs on the said road. Honorable Speaker, in response to the above statement, the committee requested information from the Chief Officer, Roads and Transport, and the department responded via letter reference GMC/TR and PW/County Assembly /VOL 2/84 dated 4th March 2025 as follows. Heading: Upgrading of Kinka, Airways, Zebra, and Muungano Police Station Road. General information. There's a table given there, the title and the analysis is on upgrading of Kinka, Airways, Zebra, and Muungano Police Station Road, Phase 2. Length of the road under construction. A total of 2.6 kilometers, with 2.1 kilometers covering the main alignment and 0.5 kilometers covering Muungano Police Access Road. Date of commencement, 23rd February 2024. Original completion date, 23rd August 2024. Contract sum, 84,017,245.60 Kenya shillings. Defects liability period. The defects liability period for the project is 12 months. The contractor is contractually obliged to make good any defects failing within the contract scope till the end of the defect liability period ending on 22nd August 2025. Retention money. The amount retained till the end of the defect liability period is 10%, to be paid only if the contractor makes good all the defects on works falling within the contract scope. Response. A, that is about the actions the department has taken to hold the contractor accountable and ensure proper repairs are done. The department has taken the following actions to hold the contractor accountable. 1. Defects identification exercise was conducted and a notice to the contractor was made on 13th September 2024 for repair of defects in reference to compiled defects report. 2. A second letter was done on 8th November 2024 as a reminder to the 13th September 2024 notice. 3. A meeting was held with the contractor on 13th February 2025 regarding their plans for their contractual obligations, and a follow-up letter requesting for plans from the contractor following the meeting was done on 26th February 2025. B, that is on the expected date of commencement of repairs on the said road. Through the letter dated 26th February 2025, Annexure 3, the department has requested the contractor for a program of works that should be able to provide the expected commencement date. However, should the contractor fail to comply with their contractual obligations, the department will explore contractual and legal options to ensure the road is repaired using the amount retained for this very purpose. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Maida, you've listened to the response. I want to give you this opportunity to state whether you are contented or not contented.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to thank the Chair Budget and a member of the Roads and Transport Committee for that response. But I want to say that I'm not contented with that response. Simple. Because they've just given a narrative, but they have not given me the answers to my questions. Because when they wrote letters to the contractor, what he has said is that the contractor did not respond. And they have said that in their response, that if the contractor does not respond within the number of days given, they are going to, to take action and ensure that the retention money is used to repair that road. So as our third point, Madam Speaker, then that statement is not satisfactory at all, because they have not given any response as to when. Because I wanted to know, when are they doing it? They have been, this statement was sought more than 4 or 5 months ago. Almost 4 months ago, Madam Speaker. Yeah. And up to date, it has not been responded. The response they are giving is that they are still waiting for the contractor. Already they have written 3 letters to the contractor. He has not responded. And now they are saying if he doesn't respond or act as per the letters, they will take action. We are already in 2025, C5, 2026 financial year, Madam Speaker. So this information is not satisfactory. And again, Madam Speaker, it is very unfortunate that this road, less than a week after it was done, started developing potholes. As we speak now, today, and I wish my colleague was here, Mheshimiwa Felix Ngui, would confirm to this house, there are serious, heavy potholes in that road. In fact, the damage is becoming worse and worse every other single day. We have had to intervene and even refill those potholes for the sake of at least motorability of that road, Madam Speaker. Then again, I'm also surprised when I also sought the statement. It would have been prudent enough, even for those inspection officers who were sent by the department who came to the ground, even to involve my office, so that I know they have taken action. So that does not seem to exist anywhere. So I'm not contented with this statement, Madam Speaker. And actually, this department needs to be serious, Madam Speaker, because this is taxpayers' money. And you have heard the amount of money that was spent on that road. 75 million shillings paid to a contractor who did a 2.6 kilometer road. That was 80% done in terms of the earthworks. That is pure theft, Madam Speaker. Outright theft to the people of Modani Ward in terms of utilization of public resources. It is unacceptable. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Member. this is the ruling on this matter, or this statement, that the member who had sought the statement, Honorable Dominic Maitha, is not satisfied with the response that has been given, and I direct that the committee concerned takes up this matter, investigates it further, and report to this House within a month of the outcome of that investigation that they're going to do. And this time it is a report we are waiting for. So having committed that request to that committee today, I expect the response to be tabled before this committee on this House on or before 8th August 2025. Thank you very much. Next order.
Order number 8, the MACHAKOS Equality and Community Empowerment Bill 2025, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 1, Machakos County Bills number 1, first reading.
I invite the clerk to read the title of the bill. Proceed, clerk.
A bill for an act of the County Assembly of Machakos to give effect to Article 27 of the Constitution on equality and equity, and to provide for transformative action and additional allocation towards gender and community development, to provide for the protection and fulfillment of national and international gender equality rights, to provide for the mobilization of resources to support communities in Machakos County and for connected purposes.
I hereby commit the bill to the Social Welfare and Sports Committee for consideration. Thank you. Next order.
Order number 9, motion, approval of report of the Auditor General on financial statements of the County Assembly of Machakos for the year ended 30th June 2022.
I believe Honorable Ruth, you are holding brief. Then I invite Honorable Ruth to come forward and take us through the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Approval of the report of the Auditor General on financial statements of County Assembly of Machakos for the year ended 30th June 2022. Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the motion that, pursuant to Standing Order 185, this House adopts the report of the Public Accounts and Investment Committee on the consideration of the report of the Auditor General on financial statements of County Assembly of Machakos for the year ended 30th June 2022, laid on the table of the House today on the 8th of July 2025. I call upon Honorable Douglas Musyoka to second.
Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question that, pursuant to Standing Order 185, this House adopt the report of the Public Accounts and Investment Committee on the consideration of the report of the Auditor General on financial statements of County Assembly of Machakos for the year ended 30th June 2022, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 8th July 2025. Before I invite members to debate this motion, I would request the mover to take us through the highlights. Honorable Ruth, you have the highlights.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I won't read the whole report. I will just give the highlights. That is the background information. general observations and recommendations, then the conclusion. If that is okay, Madam Speaker.
You said you're taking us through?
Background information? No. Yeah, the
Executive.
background. No, just the background information.
Information, yes.
General observations
Okay,
and the recommendations. Then I conclude.
that is in order. Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the audit report on the financial statements of County Assembly of Machakos for the year ended 30th June 2022 was received in the Assembly pursuant to Article 229, Sub-Article 7 of the Constitution that states that audit reports shall be submitted to Parliament or the relevant County Assembly. Honorable Speaker, on receipt of the audit report, it was committed to Public Accounts and Investment Committee pursuant to Standing Order number 185, Sub-Order 2, B and C, and the reports are qualified opinion. This means the financial statements present fairly in all material aspects of the financial position of County Assembly of Machakos for the year ended 30th June 2022 and of its performance and its standards, and do not comply with the Public Finance Management Act 2012 and the County Governments Act 2012. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Public Accounts, while exercising its mandate as provided in Standing Order 185, invited the accounting officer and conducted interrogation on the audit report with technical support from the Office of the Auditor General. This is as per the provisions of Article 226, Sub-Article 226(2) of the Constitution that provides that the accounting officer of a county public entity is accountable to the County Assembly for its financial management. We now move to the general observations. Honorable Speaker, after considering the queries under the basis of the qualified opinion, the committee makes the following general observations. A. On the query of variances between financial statements and integrated financial management information systems ledger, the committee observed as follows. Number one, there was non-compliance with the financial regulations, which was noted from the fact that the Assembly did not utilize the integrated financial management information system ledger when preparing the financial statements because of internal technical challenges. The IFMIS is designed to promote transparency, accuracy, and uniformity in financial reporting, and failure to use it compromises the credibility of the financial statements. The variances between the financial statements and the IFMIS values poses a significant risk of financial misstatements, misreporting, and potential irregularities. Such discrepancies can lead to inaccurate assessments of the Assembly's financial health and performance. We go to B. On the query on unsupported expenditure and the use of goods and services, it was observed that, number one, the missing supportive documents raised in the query were presented to the committee during the interrogation time. However, the supportive documents were not availed to the auditors during the interrogation time as required under Section 9(1)(e) that states that the Auditor General shall have powers of unrestricted access to all books, records, returns, reports, and other documents listed under Article 2294 of the Constitution. On the query of misstatement in exchequer receipts, it was noted that there was misstatement in the exchequer amounts, but the misstatement resulted from the late release of funds that were received in July after the end of the financial year, hence affecting the exchequer amounts reported for the financial year in question. The committee noted that this is a countrywide challenge facing all counties because of delayed exchequer releases, especially during the last quarter of each financial year. The non-compliance with Section 97, subsection 1 of the Public Finance Management County Government's Regulations 2015, raised in the query was not a fault of the Assembly, but by the National Treasury, as reported in the response. On the query of unreconciled pay as you earn returns, the committee observed that there were discrepancies between the values reflected in payment vouchers and those filed in the payee, which was caused by lack of integration and synchronization of the financial reporting template. On the query on expenditure without budgetary provision, the accounting officer admitted that there was a technical error in the IFMIS during the reporting time, although the matter was not disclosed to the auditors to clear the issue. The committee confirmed that the sum of 3,780,547 raised in the query as over expenditure is within the allowable limit of 10%, since it translates to 1.7% based on the entire financial year budget of 218,820,470. Hence, the response given by the accounting officer was satisfactory. On the query of budgetary control and performance, the committee observed that there was low absorption of the development budget in the financial year in question, caused by failure to receive all the development funds from the executive as budgeted, and this indicates inefficiency in project implementation and fiscal management, affecting the delivery of essential services and development projects. The underutilization of the development vote on transfers by 44% was due to the failure by the county executive to fund the county assembly fully, reason being that the county executive did not reach the set target on on-source revenue as it was anticipated in the budget estimates. On the query of pending bills, it was noted that, number one, during the financial year, there was significant backlog of pending bills totaling to 100 and, what amount is that?
120 million.
I'm not very good in the numbers. 120 million, 132,167. For salary deductions, tax arrears, and legal fees, where much of these legal fees dated back in 2013-2014 financial year. The accounting officer cited budgetary constraints as the reason for not clearing the accumulated bills, and as at that time of interrogation of this report, very little progress in payment had been made. Accumulation of tax arrears and legal fees could lead to legal repercussions, including additional penalties or adverse judgments against the institution. We are about to finish. We go to recommendations. Honorable Speaker, after considering the above general observations, the committee makes the following recommendations. Number one, in relation to the query on variances between financial statements and integrated financial management information system, ledger, the committee recommends the following: that the Assembly should ensure full compliance with government financial management regulations by using IFMIS in preparation of all future financial statements for the purpose of ensuring accuracy. The Assembly should reconcile the variances between the financial statements and the IFMIS values and forward the reconciled statements to the Auditor General for verification. There is need for the Assembly to strengthen its internal controls through regular internal audits and timely reviews of financial data before submission for auditing to prevent such variances from recurring. On the query on unsupported expenditure and the use of goods and services, it was recommended that the supportive documents for the queried expenditures should be forwarded to the Auditor General for verification and subsequent action. In relation to the query on misstatement in exchequer receipts, the committee recommends that all assemblies in the country should, let me take that again. In relation to the query on misstatement in exchequer receipts, the committee recommends that all assemblies in the country, through their respective departments of finance, should have an engagement with the National Treasury to address issue of late disbursement of funds that has occasionally crippled programs and projects within the county. The Senate should develop a legislative framework to establish financial independence of county assemblies, and this will ensure timely receipt of funds, hence preventing similar queries of exchequer misstatements. Her Excellency the Governor of Machakos, through the Council of Governors, should engage the National Treasury to establish a Directorate of Finance in the National Treasury to deal with county financial matters. On the query on unreconciled payee returns, the committee recommends that, pursuant to Section 81 of the Public Finance Management Act of 2012, the accounting officer should ensure timely preparation of reconciliations to help detect any variances before the end of any financial year. The Assembly should invest in integrating the IPPD and Excel systems to ensure that all payroll data are accurately captured, processed, and reported consistently. A single automated system will reduce errors and discrepancies in tax reporting. On the query on expenditure without budgetary provision, it was recommended that the accounting officer should prepare an amended financial statement with full disclosure notes on the issues raised in the query, and forward to the Auditor General for verification to necessitate closure of this query. On the query on budgetary control and performance, the committee recommends that whenever projects are underfunded, the county executive should initiate early consultations with the county assembly for budget realignment in accordance with Section 154 of the PFM Act of 2012. This will enable reallocation of funds to ensure priority projects are implemented within the financial year. On the query on pending bills, it was recommended that the Assembly should exercise its budgetary mandate and prioritize payment of these pending bills to mitigate potential legal risks, and a clear timeline should be established for the payment of all outstanding bills. Pursuant to the provisions of Section 53, subsection 1 of the Public Audit Act of 2015, the committee recommends that the accounting officer should, within 90 days after approval of this report, take the relevant steps to implement the recommendations in this report, or give an explanation in writing to the Assembly why the report is not implemented. In conclusion, Madam Speaker, the audit report on financial statement of County Assembly of Machakos for the year ended 30th June 2022 is a qualified opinion. This implies that the report fairly represents the financial position of the county executive in the year in question. It indicates well that if the matters raised by the committee are considered in addition to proper internal controls, proper budgetary provision, full adoption of the IFMI system, compliance and observance of disclosure of information, a positive shift in preparation of financial statements will be realized. Honorable Speaker, the Committee on Public Accounts and Investments is grateful to your office for facilitating this committee to undertake its mandate, the accounting officer, County Assembly of Machakos, for honoring committee invitation to respond on queries raised, the Office of the Auditor General for the advisory given, and members of the committee and the Secretariat for commitment and effort throughout the process of report writing. It is therefore my privilege and pleasure on behalf of the Public Accounts and Investment Committee to table for discussion and adoption the report on financial statements of County Assembly of Machakos for the year ended 30th June 2022. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. I now invite members to debate this motion. Honorable Maitha.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today seems to be a very special day when our very capable vice chairs are taking the floor and the House to the next level. And I want to, in a special way, to congratulate them because of their articulation and their, their presentation of issues in this assembly. It means that we can be able to do anything better in this House under whatever capacity that we hold. So I wish to thank them all. Madam Speaker, as they say, you cannot cook your cake and serve yourself. And as they always say, it is better served than to serve yourself. Madam Speaker, this is a report that is touching on issues that has to do with this assembly. And we might rush and make a conclusive determination on the same to either support or oppose, yet we are shooting ourselves in our own arms. So I want to request of your intelligence that we defer this report so that we can digress further on it through the reports that have been, because it has been sent to our wall, so that we can be able to go through it. And actually, on the obvious, that I would not wish to invoke, if we may proceed, we might not be doing any justice to this assembly, because you can see the numbers, and it means that we'll have to, to discuss very important issues. So I want to seek your intervention and even maybe seek the direction of the majority leader on whether he feels we should defer this report, because it's our own report, so that we can go through it and then we come and continue the debate in this report next week. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. It's an important report, and I would request that the Honorable Majority Leader makes his comments on the same.
Madam Speaker, the Honorable Member who stood before me is famous for reading my mind.
Oh.
And today is no different. He knows when I'm happy, he knows when I'm angry, he knows when I'm in between. and this report here is about numbers. And personally, I have had a sumptuous meal of ugali and some greens. And I would not be in a position, personally, and I was with the DS. We were eating with the DS, I can see. So I propose that we defer it, and even recommend that such report that involves a lot of numbers be brought during morning sessions when we are full of energy. Yeah, Madam Speaker.
Yeah, though the member did not say it's because of the numbers or because we have had an sumptuous lunch.
Madam Speaker, just clarification.
Yes.
Numbers, not numbers of the members present.
I know.
The figures.
The figures.
Yes, thank you.
But the member had said that this is a weighty matter. It involves assembly budget, and it should be given that weight and given time so that we discuss when we are alert. Yeah, but and I want to agree with you members that it is very important that we defer this business for a later date. Maybe the balloting the committee, House Business Committee, can ballot it for another date because it is weighty and it requires time and it requires more of our members to be in the House. All right, members have been guided. We go ahead and defer this matter, and we have similar matters on Tuesday next week. I suggest that we take it there. this matter of the PAC committee, so that it can join the rest. We have two other motions for 15th of July. We shall reorganize the same maybe in our House Business Committee that day. Yes, so thank you, members. That matter is deferred to 15th of July 2025. Next order.
Order number 10, motion, alteration of assembly calendar and adjournment of the House.
At this point, may I invite Honorable Nicholas Nzioka, Majority Leader, to come and take us through that motion.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today, my Deputy Majority Leader is telling me it is a day of deputies.
Okay.
And he has agreed. He has agreed to take the honor and do what other deputies are doing.
Thank you, Honorable Majority Leader. My Honorable Deputy Majority Leader is your day.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm now standing on behalf of my boss, who has appointed me to take this important duty. Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the motion that, pursuant to the resolution of the Assembly made on the 25th February 2025, on 11th June 2025, that is amendment of the calendar, on 24th. Is it the right document I'm reading?
It is.
Okay.
It is.
On 24th June 2025, alteration of the Assembly calendar and standing order number 25 sub order 4. The Assembly resolves that the calendar, that is the regular session, for the fourth session of the third Assembly, be altered to adjourn the sitting from today, Tuesday, 8th July 2025, and resume its regular sitting on Tuesday, 15th July 2025 at 10 a.m. And the Assembly, that is the regular section, for the fourth session, altered accordingly. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you.
I wish to ask Honorable Kinyungu to second.
Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question that, pursuant to resolutions of the Assembly made on 25th February 2025, approval of Assembly calendar on 11th June 2025, amended calendar on 24th June 2025, alteration of the Assembly calendar, and standing order 25 suborder 4, the Assembly resolves that the calendar regular sessions for the fourth session of the third Assembly be altered and to adjourn its sitting from today, Tuesday, 8th July 2025, and resume its regular sittings on Tuesday, 15th July 2025 at 10 a.m., and the Assembly regular sessions for the fourth session altered accordingly. May I invite members to debate this motion? Honorable Maida, Honorable Diaz.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Secretary. Just briefly, the reason what has precipitated this motion is to cover the events of yesterday, where committees never had an opportunity to come and discuss and meet. We have a lot of pending business in committees, Madam Speakers. That is what has precipitated. So it's only a day, because we'll be back next week, considering that tomorrow is a normal sitting day, that we have to do it procedurally. So I want to implore of all members, kindly, tomorrow is committee day, and there's a lot of pending business in committees. So let us do justice to ourselves by attending tomorrow's committees, so that we might be able to cover up what we missed yesterday, and so that we can also be in a position to furnish this Assembly with more business to transact for the sake of the people of Machakos County. I second and support the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Diaz.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think I had just a similar sentiments as Honorable Dominica said, that It was due to yesterday's demos that as an assembly, and you know assembly is always guided by the committee business from the committees. Madam Speaker, I think it's prudent that we adjourn and meet later next week after, so that we may have time tomorrow for the committees. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. I now invite the mover to respond.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I have no words maybe to oppose, because that was my intention, to alter the calendar. And I can urge you, the members, kindly attend the committees as my fellow members of the County Assembly have as requested us. So let us abide and let come in numbers so that we work as we promised our residents. Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
Oh, thank you so much for that. I now put the question that pursuant to resolutions of the Assembly made on 25th February, approval of Assembly calendar on 11th June 2025, amended calendar on 24th June 2025, alteration of the Assembly calendar, and Standing Order number 25, Suborder 4, the Assembly resolves that the calendar regular session for the 4th session of the 3rd Assembly be altered to adjourn its sitting from today, Tuesday 8th July 2025, and resume its regular sittings on Tuesday 15th July 2025 at 10 a.m. and the Assembly regular session for the 4th session be altered accordingly. As many of the opinions say ayes, as many of the contrary opinions say nay, the ayes have it. The House adjourns to Tuesday, 15th July 2025 at 10 a.m. in the morning. Thank you, honorable members.